Today on our Princess Entertainment video today, we will be talking about singing and acting as you sing. Might sound kind of weird, um, but I do birthday parties, so I'm not talking about acting on a stage. Um, that kind of acting video is a little bit different. I'm talking about birthday parties, special events where the character you're portraying, you want to be happy and, you know, give a transition of the song that maybe not as sad or maybe not as emotion towards it as a whenever you're acting for a big performance on stage. So whenever I'm talking about like any of the subjects that I have, you can let me know down in the comments and let me know if there's anything particular that you would like me to go a little bit more in detail. I can answer questions down below as best as possible. And yeah, so one thing I'm going to be talking about today is singing. Not if you are a good singer or a bad singer. Whenever you're Princess Entertainment, some people cannot sing doing Princess Entertainment. I am not a great singer personally, but whenever you kind of perform that you are the character, kids will believe you even more, not by the way your voice sounds, but the way you move, the way you act, and the way that you show feeling towards them and the song. So, for example, whenever you are acting out, for example, Part of Your World, she is dreaming, she is yearning to go above water. She has sadness and she wants this dream to happen, and she is eager to do whatever it will take to have this dream. Now at a little kid's birthday party, you can't be like, look at this stuff, isn't it neat? You can't be like that. You can't look like your face looks like it's upset. So whenever you're at a birthday party, you want to use your eyebrows. Think about, if you've ever watched America's Top Model, she used to say smize. So smize with your eyes and use your eyebrows, use your mouth movement, use every little detail on your face. You can literally video yourself singing and see what you are moving in your face. Your muscles move with the song. So let's say you sing Part of Your World and you notice that you are doing this with your eyebrows, or you're not showing enough motion in your lips, or you're not smizing with your eyes, then you need to go back in and be like, okay, let's go back through that. How can I smize my eyes, make them seem brighter, make them seem like I am more interested and more happy about being here, instead of I am trying to do it as a big stage performance. So another thing whenever you're doing that is just practicing repetition whenever you do face movement. So if I was going to be singing at a birthday party, I would be like, look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? So you see how my face moved with the music. I did not try to just sing and think about my voice. Whenever you're not a great singer, I mean, it's good to try to stay on tune, but you kind of already know what's kind of wrong with your voice. You need to think more about expressing that music. Now, after a while of doing this, you'll probably get better at like singing as the character. Your voice might even start sounding better in tune. You can always watch other videos here on YouTube of how to learn how to sing. There's other girls that does princessing videos, and they go way more detail about how to sing and how to perform as a character and stuff. So if you're interested in those videos, I know one girl that does it. His name is Sarah Engel. You might have already watched the videos if you're watching mine, but maybe she might be able to go a little bit more detail on like stage performance and other details going into stage acting. So now, if I was also at a birthday party, you probably noticed I move my hands a lot. I would suggest, even if you don't want to, like, whenever you're being Elsa, you don't want to be spinning and you know you're not going to have a lot of room in there, you don't want to put on this big show, but you still want to move. So, think of 5 poses while you're dancing or for that song. So, think of maybe popular movements. So, like for Let It Go, you might make your arms come up on the parts she says let it go, and you know, you could do that motion, and you could do the stomping of the foot. Just think of 5 different poses that you can do while you are portraying that song. So Ariel, you might want to, you know, go over your heart, you know, maybe swim your arms out to kind of give the illusion that you're a mermaid. She does this where she looks out of the water. You know, just think of some 5 small movements that you can do, and that will bring your dance, or not dance, but your performance of that song, that you know, your way you want to portray that character. So if you've ever watched a video of another entertainer, and this is not particularly to one person, but I've seen it multiple times, they'll be standing up there with a microphone. They could have the most beautifulest voice, and they could be singing Let It Go, the most beautiful sound of Elsa's voice, but if they look dead inside, that means they're not showing no expression, they're not moving their body, then they're literally not going to intrigue the child. I mean, the birthday child might be excited because, you know, that particular character is here, but at the end of the day, was that a really good performance as that character you were portraying? If you were just staring up there and you're like, let it go, let it go. I mean, it don't matter how good of a singer you are. If you use your movement, you use your facial movements, and you think of your 5 movements for each person. So every character probably is going to have a different movement. Now, like your classic characters, they can be probably about the same. If you watch the movie or you listen to their songs, sometimes they'll do some type of dancing or like a movement that's very iconic, I guess you can say. And so, for example, Elsa is good with her ice, making ice powers. You know, Ariel, she looks out of the water, and that's a big iconic movement for her. You know, Rapunzel brushing her hair is a very iconic movement for her. So just think about each movement that's very iconic for those characters that you're portraying, and then use those in your transition of a song. So I'll give you like a small snippet of me portraying a song with movement. We're going to move to the next level where I can actually show you my whole body standing up, and let's go. Alright, now we're where we got more space to kind of show off our movements. So, for example, Elsa, you might go like that. Let me scoot back a little bit so you get out. So, like, you can do stuff like that. And then iconic stepping the foot. Ariel, you might be like those arms. A lot of our classic characters probably will have the same movements. Like for Moana, she'll have more like standing like this, looking up, maybe do a hula dancing. Those are some iconic movements for her. Unlike Cinderella, Snow White, and all them might have the same ones. Snow White has some like more kind of iconic movements. So like, she does the clapping thing with her hands. Is a very iconic thing for her. For example, let me think of another character. Anna, she's so bubbly. So, doing like this is a very Rapunzel thing too. Anna and Rapunzel can kind of share some similar things. And like, they would probably do like a lot of twirls and stuff. It would be very iconic for them. But yeah, that's kind of some movements. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions about moving, portraying your face by singing, it doesn't matter, like I would practice singing her song or whatever character so you can portray, where you don't sound like squeaky, like a really bad radio tape squeaky. But think about, if I do all this, then that's going to make my singing feel like it's 10 times better than it was before. So, but yeah, you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.